Hello, me and Zeus here. I wanted to share a little something with you guys, just some thoughts here, because the opioid epidemic, or what they're calling the opioid epidemic, is getting a little bit, more than a little bit, out of hand. What has happened is people are using this buzzword of opioid when really, statistically, the CDC is counting heroin overdoses as opiate overdoses. And people are thinking it's pills when, if you look at their statistics, most of it is heroin or a combination of heroin or cocaine and opioid pills. So you got a lot going on with that. When you have that kind of situation, the statistics are being sort of manipulated a little bit to make people think it's something it's not. And yes, we have a problem in our country with drug use and people seeking drugs to self-medicate for other problems because the mental health situation in the United States is bad. People don't have access to therapists, to counselors to help them work through their problems. And so they turn to drugs to self-medicate to deal with things like trauma or mental illness that they can't control. And yes, that is a huge problem. But the families that are crying and weeping because their children have overdosed, yes, it's sad, and yes, I empathize. But I guarantee you, those same families, if the mothers and the fathers had to have a massively, intense surgery on their heart or lungs or anything like that, internal organs, and they were told at the hospital, I'm sorry, we can't give you any pain medication, you'll have to take ibuprofen and just walk it off when the surgery is over with, they would be furious. That is the world we're headed towards. Hospitals and doctors are letting people have heart surgeries. It's happening now. It's already beginning. They're having heart surgeries and they're telling these people that they can't get drugs for that. They can't get any pain medication. And so they're having to just suffer. That's not good on your body. All that stress of dealing with all that pain unmedicated is horrible for your body. And some of those people, when they walk out of that hospital, they're going to go straight to the liquor store to get some alcohol to deal with the pain because they don't know what else to do. That's not good for your body either. It's like you can't have one without the other. You can't ban all drugs and narcotics and make the world a better place, because then you become inhumane and you start to hurt people health-wise because you're having them go through surgeries, through chronic pain situations, and not giving them any outlet to help that, to make them functional again, to make them be able to live their lives freely. It's really it's becoming a very dystopian, weird society where government can step in and tell you what drugs you can take and can't take. Just completely disavow your opinion. Your independence there is being completely taken away. I mean, you wouldn't do that in any other aspect of society, Like, for example, some amusement parks now, as you go in, you have to sign a waiver, saying that you're not pregnant, that you don't have any underlying medical conditions that could be affected by the rides, that there are risks involved when you come in. You have to sign a waiver when you go to like a bouncy house place with like a trampoline park, so to speak. You have to sign a waiver when you come in saying, yes, there are risks to injury, but you want to do this because it's your right as an American, as a human being, to do what you want to do as long as it doesn't hurt other people. And you're allowed to do these things in life. But you know what? When it comes to your medications now, that is not the case. The government is coming in and telling you what you can take and what you can't take. And it's a slippery slope, guys. It's a very slippery slope what they're doing. They're going to get to the point to where they're going to take away medications that you need because they're going to say, oh, we think it's bad for your body, and so we're not going to let you do that anymore. Sorry. Can you imagine going into labor as a woman and having the option of pain medication taken away from you? Them telling you, I'm sorry, we can't do epidurals here or narcotics for your pain. You're just going to have to go through the labor naturally, whether you like it or not. Sorry. That's the world we're moving towards. We do not need to go that way. We need somebody in Washington that understands people have rights to their own choices, to their own bodies, to be able to do things that they want to do in life that make them functional. You know, they have rights to take pain medication when they want to take it. If they want, you know, to go smoke some marijuana to ease their depression, to ease their anxiety, they should have the right to do that as long as they're not hurting other people. I mean, seriously, that's the doctor's motto, isn't it? You know, to harm none. But right now, they are harming lots. They are harming lots of people with this sort of universal thing where they're treating everyone the same and telling everybody, I'm sorry, you can't handle pain medication. Well, that's not scientific. Everyone's body is different. Some people, yes, some people get highly addicted on medications that are narcotics or opioids. Some people don't. You cannot have universal rules for all when everyone's body is different. That is scientifically proven. Everyone's body has a different tolerance. And I think people should have the right to explore that tolerance, to find out where they stand, to try to have a functional life. I deserve that right. I know others out there are looking for that. So, I mean, that's the way we need to vote for people that are going to stand up for our rights. Honestly, I believe Bernie Sanders is the way to go with that. That he is going to be one to stand up for our individual rights to live life how we want to do it as long as we aren't harming other people. That your grandmother, your sister can go into a hospital and have knee surgery and know they're going to take care of her. They're going to be humane. They're going to give her some pain drug when she comes out of that, so she's not crying on the hospital bed and being told, oh, take an ibuprofen, honey. Now be quiet. There are other patients on this floor. It's inhumane. It's disgusting what they're doing to people. Bernie can fix that. I honestly believe that is possible. So if you believe in people's rights, in patients' rights, if you believe in your family being treated like human beings in the medical system and not just statistics, not just numbers, I would vote for Bernie if I was you. Just saying. But peace, love y'all.